Tap, tap, tap. Anybody there? Hey, in case you didn't notice, we're switching back to Dcraft for a little while. Y'all have fun now. We'll be back with more Primitive Antics soon. Jagster here. GrampyJAG. You know, me. Been a little bit. Always seems to be a little bit more than I want to. Been some changes, found some things. There's some news. Part of the news is it's a good thing I'm going through this because I am finding a couple of glitches in the recipe tree. Areas that I had to fix because I had a mod dropped out of the pack. It's no longer available, so I had to build a bridge of sorts, some substitutions. And in cross-connecting the recipes, I missed just a couple. It ain't many, but they're pretty critical. So there will be an update. Gonna have to. Didn't want to do it quite this soon, but there will be an update to at least fix these little naggly things that are bugging, the bo diddly out of me. So let's go take a look around, and I can jabber at you a little bit. Boom, first try, got it. Built me a couple bookcases. Boom, look at that. I don't know what these are. These are things I found. But up here, built a new book, the Engineer's Manual. I'm going to have to get a couple more books. Need to get that out of the way. For some reason, there it goes. For some reason, the Ancient Codex won't go up there. I don't know why. I'm going to have to make a frame or something and stick it in. But this is another real convenient thing. And these are from Bibliocraft. There's another type of bookcase, which is also an inventory, but it's basically a one of these crates. It's weird how that music's been cutting out lately. It's basically one of these crates that looks like a bookcase. So it's an inventory. You can stick stuff in. It's got 2 levels. Weird. Don't think I've used it. It's in the pack. I don't know if someone suggested it or what, but it's in the pack. So you can build it if you want it. Use mod. Yeah. I went over and I looked at base 2, and I've pretty much decided I'm going to pull out all the regular stone bricks and just use mossies for the most part. It just doesn't look as nice with the regular stone bricks. So that's going to take me a little while to get over there and throw up some, what do you call it? Scaffolding. Turns out I actually can build scaffolding now because I have steel. Woo! We got steel. Did I tell you all that? And we got a little chunk. Ain't got a big chunk. I got a little chunk. But I'm still processing iron out of that pit. So that's a good thing. I don't have a lot of iron to turn into steel. Stop that. So lots of iron. See that? Boom, 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 boom. Iron. More iron. I should probably chuck in more iron. Get them in there. And then I got another partial stack of the magnetite to go. There we go. Just keep cooking, baby. Gonna need a new hammer here in a second. Steel, iron, more iron. Why didn't that one go up there? There we go. Got my electricium, my dawnstone. I don't know why I have infire plates in here, but yeah. This is probably going to get jacked up to a gold here anytime because I'm running out of room. Or an iron. Let's call it that. In fact, let's do that now. Show you the process. All you need is a piece of board planks. There we go. So you grab a plank. You grab 8 iron. And you get an upgrade. Now, I will warn you one thing about this. you lose the nice texture. You also lose the holiday functions. So at Christmas time, your crates and your chests get decorated for the season. These do not. These stay just the way they look. So before you go and do this, plop, you're going to go, ho, look at the space, but you lose the decoration. But that is all part of you coming up and progressing through the tech tree and being steampunky. Which, if you'll notice, since we're back in with Glimmer Steampunk, we got the nice dark boards, we got the chests that look like chests, we got iron bars that look like heavy iron bars. You know, the wood posts look like wood posts again. The textures are right. Although I really do like the diorite from vanilla. This is just a tad dark for my taste. And the granite's a tad pinky dark for my taste. It's more like an orangey. Don't care for it so much. Look at all these wires. Look at that. We had a power source and we ran them up. And look, we had to run a second one because we needed not just MV power, we also needed some LV power. And the LV power is what we needed to run the centrifuge. And what's in the centrifuge? Well, you put in honeycombs, you get wax and drops. And I think I have enough drops to show you what we do with drops. Also, I moved the beehives and I built more. We'll maybe catch that in a minute. Oh, yeah. Might need that. Change up the architecture here a little bit because it's getting cramped. So we take our honey drips. There's a group named the Honey Drippers or something like that. And then we get honey. And we take the honey and we get a block. And then we take the block and you put it into squeezer and you squoosh it all up. And you get adhesive. When we get four of these, we're going to start making something special on another project. I could have done it with, what the heck do you call it? Slime balls, but I don't have any slime balls to speak of yet. I got one, I think. Ooey good coffee. Don't forget, send me coffee. I love coffee. What else have we done around here? Oh, yeah, up here. Another year has more or less passed and had to clean out the quarry. So, you know, this is where we're standing. We got all the gravel. We got all the marble. We got the limestone. Boy, have we got andesite. Boy, have we got granite. We've got diorite, limestone, and slate. Surprised we don't have more marble than we do. Had to upgrade this because we got a fair number of things. Now I'm going to tell you right now, you need about, like I got sunstone to actually use this for structural. Up till now, all this can only be used for decorative, and again, you want 2 to 3 before you start using them for decorative purposes, because once you start using them, you're going to use them a lot. Like this green jasper, I could start putting green jasper and maybe green porphyry in different places. And we're actually up to a stack and a bit of serpentine. I was hoping that would come up faster. Ocean jasper, we can almost, if we have a small project, we could use it like a structural stone. Unfortunately, the sunstone, we're holding that for another purpose, so we're not going to use that. So we got a ways to go. Felsite, I really don't much care for Felsite, but we have been finding a ton of Felsite Does anybody think it looks a little red? Where's my... Damn it. It is. It's red. So, I guess we're going to cut this video a tad short. I got to get some stuff. I got to run downstairs, and we have yet another blood moon to live through. So, bye-bye. This is GrampyJAG, the jagged one. Yeah, it was a joke. Anyhow, coming back to you from living in a Dcraft world, we had to cut quickly because we hit a blood moon, and I didn't want to get eaten. So, we were talking about Felsite and how ugly it is. So we're going to see if we can do something to make it a tad prettier. Follow me if you would. Come over here to the magical, marvelous machine. We'll whack it with a few hammers. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tock, tick. Boom. All right, well, doesn't have that nasty pattern anymore. Let's see what we can... Did it just suck it up? I keep forgetting this. This thing has long arms. I have to bump that up to a diamond chest. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Make it look prettier. I've been going mostly with a brickish. With a large brickish pattern for most of my stuff of late. So let's pop this in and we'll see what it looks like. That didn't take long. We'll add it to the collection. Let's, you know, you're going to have to move. I'm sorry, you're just in the way. Really? Wow, you guys are prolific. That is not terrible. That kind of looks almost like sandstone. So we might have a use for Felsite. I may have to go down and mine some of that out. I have the mossy. I don't have the mossy. Let's go find the mossy and see how it compares. Mossy stone bricks. There we go. So this, and we got a torch there. So this is what's showing at the base of the wall. This is what I transitioned to, and it's pretty stark. So if we're going to go stark, yeah, maybe something more like that. I need something basically in between these two. This stuff's nice. I really like this, but I can't find enough serpentine to do it. Oh, the problems in this world. I don't remember what else I was going to show you. I think I showed you the squeezer. Yeah, we're getting adhesive so we can make a Thermionic Fabricator. Because we need the magma. We need the magma creams to make the magma block, to make the Thermionic Fabricator. And then this guy is where we get all of our beginning electronics. All of our tubes and... Go away, fly. For some reason I got a fly in here today. And fireproofing. Now these, you see these wax casts? This has been a point of a problem. This is why we need so much wax. And according to my notes, I was not able to fix this. So, what you need to do when you make a cast, see, we put the stuff in and then we make the cast. This comes out as a damaged wax cast, which you would think you could put in and run it out till it basically died. It's got about 10, 12 uses, but it won't work in here if it's damaged. So what you got to do is take the damaged ones out, repair them, and then you can reuse them, which uses a lot of wax. But you see, there's 30 pages, so that's 90-ish things that you can make, including circuit boards and different, when you get the materials, of course. So you're going to be using this throughout the game. And this is one of the things that we need, are coins. And to get the coins, I don't remember what it's called. It's in the chemistry part of, there it is, the profiling bench. So we need a profiling bench, which we're going to need to build the Dcraft electronic system. Flux transformer, that shouldn't be that hard. Crafter, we're going to need the crafter, which again is going to require electronics, and we're going to need the opinium cores. That's a decent, which means we need the combination crafter. So we have several different I thought there was one where we needed a coin. Oh, I know what it, ancient motive core. No, we're going to need those too. So yeah, we've got 4 or 5 crafting systems we need to build before we can get basically into a more modern era beyond the squeezer. I can't even build a stamper at this point. Oops. Piston. Yeah, I can do all obsidian. Yeah, this is the one that's holding me up. The obsidian transport is going to be a biggie because I need obsidian electron tubes. And to get obsidian electron tubes, we need what? A thermionic fabricator, which is, yeah, this thing. So, got to at least get the thermionic fabricator so I can get heavy. And then I'll also have to get more motive cores, which means killing more golems or manufacturing them. So, I think I showed you the bees. Did I show you the bees? I don't remember. It's actually been about 36 hours since I had to leave. So we have bees now. I just loaded these, it looks like, so not much going on. Oh, we got a little bit, and you see I've got the forest bees. I got one of those. Let's shoot over to base 2 real quick, and I'll show you kind of what's going on there. I hope to be back later. I got to make a trip here in about an hour, but I hope to be back later and just play the game for a bit and show you how and what's been going on, or what is going on, what will be going on, what I will spend my time on, and maybe chat about a couple of different subjects. Who knows? Oh, there's another bee over there. I can grab that, but I think I have enough. Now we're looking for diversities of bees which can be together. So the forest and the meadow can cohabitate. Some of the others, like the rock or the water or the desert bees, might not be able to flourish in the coastal zone that I've got over there. Because it's a coastal, it supports both the meadow and the forest. Just in the regular scrubby stuff I got here, it's too dry. Even though that's where I've been getting some of the bees, you'd think because you pull them out, they would be working that biome. Doesn't work in the biome. Really, really need to get either some more half slabs or get myself a Railcart system over here. This takes too long. Oh, so this is a good spot. You can see where we've started building up. And the darker is the mossy, and the lighter is the regular. So, and that's just stone. So this is the stone bricks and this is the mossy bricks. So I don't know. We're going to keep working with it and try and pull this together. That just looks not right. That looks better. That looks a bit better. That doesn't look right. I'm going to have to fix that. Yeah, I don't think much else has happened over here. I haven't been over here long enough for these guys to do much. Trying in a couple of different areas to see if the documentation is accurate. And the one I got over at base 1 is a little farther along than this. So these are, by these I'm talking about ender lilies. I need 1 ender pearl. 1. I just need 1 to get started. Because I need spot loaders. Or chunk loaders, something along that line. So that when I'm visiting one place, the other place is still loaded and it's still doing stuff. That way I can keep ender lilies popping along. So once you get something that'll keep one going, you'll get more. And then you'll get more. And then you'll get more. Like so many things in Minecraft. Yep, and at some point I need to get in there and get some of these skystone blocks mined out. You can use skystone for a lot of stuff. It's highly blast resistant. That's the first thing you want to use it for. If you don't want to use obsidian, but you want something that's blast resistant, skystone's the way to go. It's also kind of pretty, and you can make some other blocks out of it. So I am going to go back to work getting ahead on the charcoal curve again. At this point in the game, you can never have enough charcoal, so planting trees, harvesting trees, cooking trees, you do a lot of that. May go and dig out some felsite, since the bricks don't look horrible. The regular stone is kind of ugly, if you ask me. And we'll see what other kinds of stone we can find. We actually have not covered a big area in this world. Just to give you an idea. We are here. This is base 1. That's the nether portal. Over here, that's base 2. So that's what we just walked. Like so. And we can see base 1. Now I have been out over in the hills and the forests, and I've actually been beyond this prior to making the book, but it didn't, since I haven't been there since, it hasn't recorded it. But there's desert down in here. I have red desert, I have regular desert, and I have white sand desert. Now here's the neat thing about white sand. White sand is not quartz. So it's not your regular sand. It's a gypsum sand, like White Sands, New Mexico. That's all gypsum, and it's bright white, and that's where I've been getting the gypsum blocks for the rail line up there. As you can see here, there we are. We're up here. This is base 1. This is tin mine 1 and tin mine 2. So that's the extent of most of what we've done. I did do a little exploring out here yesterday, and I found a quarried stone outcrop. So we're going to snag that. I like quarried stone for a lot of accents and a lot of things. So we'll snag that all out of there at some point. I am going to continue to do some exploring so that, you know, basically this is what it feels like. I'm in a tiny cramped little thing. This is all I've done. And there's so much more out there. Get back here. There we go. This thing's a little tricky. So, let's get out of this. I will have to duplicate this at some point or make a new one. And I think I'll just make a new one, and I will see if it updates this area out here where I've got that land bridge built. See if it shows up now, because right now that's showing as water. For some reason it does not update the map. Once it's recorded, it's basically recorded, which in most cases is all right. But when you start doing a little bit of major tinkering with the world, you might have to update things. And that is the one problem with Advanced Atlas, or whatever the hell it is, Antique Atlas. It isn't updating as you go. Once it's down, it's down. It's going to be dark when I get there, isn't it? I probably should have waited. Well, at least it's not going to turn red. Let's get some sleep. I ain't even going to close the door, because I've only been here a second. Nobody going to show up. All right. Where are we at on charcoal? Oh, we are down to 13. I definitely need to get some charcoal. Oh, look at all this stuff. That was weird. So we got some diamonds. That's good. We got lots of redstone. Only one out of all this. I only got one resonating crystal. Huh. Well, that's not terribly encouraging. Oh, there's 4. Why did they end up in this? Good. We need those. We need the diamonds too, but we need those. Those are, until we can make them, we will eventually be able to make them. Another diamond. And it's pretty much squat. So it looks like we are getting down to the end. I'll probably charge these up with a little more charcoal, and that will probably be the last load. Ooh, looky, there's light down there. You can see how far. I can't get down there, though. That's the problem. I would die first. Later on, we get a jetpack, maybe. We get our spacesuit, maybe. Until then, we are stuck. So, I'm going to head back. I'll let y'all go. I'm going to make some charcoal. I'm going to cut some trees, plant some trees. Maybe do some digging. My life at this point is not terribly exciting. There's a lot of grinding to do right now. A lot of surviving to do. But this is the time you can make your plans. That's why I do encourage, look at my face getting big. That's why I do encourage y'all to use the clipboards. You can get your thoughts down, and that gives you stuff you can do when you're like, okay, I've been doing this, I've been grinding away, now what can I do? Oops, that's the wrong thing. There we go. You go ahead and look at your clipboard and you say, oh, hey, here's an idea, let's go do this. Especially if you put building ideas down. That's why I like to have a clipboard, just for, kind of stuff I want to build. So, anyhow, till later. This was just a quickie. I'll be back. Yeah. I definitely got to get over to base 2 and get it going, because I'm getting way too cramped in this little place. You see that? I fake you out. All right. Bye for reals this time. Look at that. My arm going to get tired. Next time on Living in a Dcraft World, deciduations are consequential, or trees happen.